Hello, my name is Andrew. Today, what I'll be speaking about is a misunderstanding of things. Why the God of Israel had told the Israelites why they want not to eat with Gentiles. It's because people of other nations, including some of the Israelites, were worshiping demons. And when these individuals were worshiping demons, they were praying over their males and over the cattle and animals that they slaughtered and prepared for food. They was praying to these demons and giving thanks to them for the animals and the plants that they receive from harvesting during certain seasons. And when they was praying over their food, giving thanks to these demons, God was cursing it. That's number one, why God told the Israelites not to eat with Gentiles, because it was praying over their meals to demons, giving thanks to them as if they were the Most High themselves, and it wasn't. So God was placing curses on the meals that these individuals were consuming. This is one of the reasons why Israelites were not to eat with Gentiles, including the other Israelites who they call heathens. And number two, another reason why people wasn't meant to eat with people of other nations, including certain Israelites who are called heathens, is because these individuals, they were consuming swine. They was consuming unclean fish, unclean animals, including insects. Yes, people did consume insects back in the ancient world, and some nations are still practicing that to this day. And with this said, when people consume swine, not only did God put curses on those meals that He considered unclean for people to consume, it also tore down their body, and it caused them to develop cancer, including parasites in their body, because these was unclean animals spiritually and physically, including fish and certain insects. You see, what happened is that when people consume swine, in which one of the swines is pig, it causes a negative calcium balance, because number one, it have too much iron in it. And what this does, it makes the bones thin, and it causes osteoporosis, which it weakens the bones, and it causes a negative calcium balance. And part of the immune system, and white blood cells are created from the spine, which if the spine is thin, then that means that the immune system becomes weakened, and therefore people are more vulnerable towards different kinds of diseases, including infections. But what also happens is that the body develops an autoimmune disease, which the body start turning on itself because there's not enough energy being generated, and it wound up causing people to develop cancer because the body starts feeding on its own self so that cells may survive. And this is what cancer is when cells turn white. And this is why we call these things swine. This is why consuming swine was very dangerous. And not only that, not only do consuming swine makes the person's immune system weaken, it also develops cancer. And it also places parasites inside of people's bodies. Because we do know that certain animals do consume insects and larvas. And they have these parasites inside their bloodstream feeding off of them. And then if the food's not properly prepared or cooked, these parasites may survive and may start living inside a person's body. This is one of the reasons why Israelites were not meant to eat with Gentiles, because they was consuming swine, which was known for giving people cancer and making their immune system vulnerable more towards certain kinds of diseases. And also, God was placing curses on these meals whenever people was going to consume them. And another reason why Israelites were not meant to eat with Gentiles is because many individuals wasn't keeping the laws of the Most High, the true God of Israel. They were involved with adultery, murdering individuals, practicing Baal worship by sacrificing their children on altars so that they could receive false blessings from devils. And these individuals who was doing this were demons themselves. They were wicked. So they was considered devils, an unclean spirit. Including some Israelites were considered devils themselves, unclean spirits. They was known as heathens, or the Pharisees, or the scribes. And this what this verse in the Bible meant, that you cannot eat at the table with gods while eating at the table with devils. Which means that many of those people who were Gentiles were actually devils, because they was breaking most of the commandments of the Heavenly Father and was oppressing their own kind, including wicked Israelites and confused ones who was called heathens. And and this is why the God of Israel has said that Israelites were not meant to eat with Gentiles. Because they wasn't worshiping the Most High. They was worshiping demons. But some of the people of other nations, they were worshiping the God of Israel and keeping their laws. You had certain Greeks who was practicing the Holy Scriptures and keeping the commandments. And you had certain Israelites who was breaking it and was worshiping other gods, and simply became known as heathens. Or they was called Pharisees or scribes, who was worshiping Baal while pretending to be the servant of the Most High. And also, too, was sacrificing swine on the altars and consuming swine. Um, and what I want to say to y'all, but every time when a person consumes swine, they place curses on themselves and they take away blessings. All right, later, my friends.